Here are 5 movie recommendations, but they get progressively more messed up. Part 2. This first film was actually shut down in the middle of production by the Polish government. This is Andrzej Zulawski's On the Silver Globe. The film follows a group of astronauts who escape Earth and start a new civilization on a distant planet. Generations later, and their descendants have become a primitive, violent society waiting for a prophesied savior, who eventually arrives from Earth, only to be consumed by the myth they've built around him. The narrative isn't super easy to follow, but the chaos kind of feels right for what the film is trying to say. It's about how myths can consume us, how belief becomes control, and how even with all that distance, humanity doesn't really change. Next up is this absolutely wild Japanese horror film from the 1970s. This is Nobuhiko Obayashi's Houseu. The film follows a group of schoolgirls who travel to a countryside home for a summer break, but the house is obviously haunted. It's probably the most cliché setup in the horror genre, but Houseu tosses all conventions out the window. The film is literally inspired by the nightmares of Obayashi's 11-year-old daughter, and trust me, you can tell. Next up is a film that made me feel physically sick. This is Larry Clark's Kids. Set in a single day in New York City, Kids follows a teenager on a mission to hook up with as many girls as possible, unaware he's positive with HIV. Harmony Korine wrote the film when he was only 19, and the cast were all non-professional actors, and it gives it this deep sense of realism that makes it really uncomfortable to watch. This next film is probably the most disturbing slasher film I have ever seen. This is Gerald Cargill's 1983 film, Angst. The film follows a man who's released from prison after committing a violent crime, and within hours of his release, he invades a remote home and begins stalking the family inside. What follows is a tense and relentless portrait of a mind that's completely devoid of empathy. I honestly don't even know if I've got the words to describe this last one, but I'm gonna try anyway. This is Shinya Tsukamoto's Tetssuo, the Iron Man. After he accidentally hits a strange man with his car, the film's protagonist begins to notice that something's wrong with his body. Suddenly, metal is growing inside of him, and what follows is a descent into an industrial body horror nightmare that's a full-on assault on the senses. It's genuinely excruciating to sit through, and just really, really weird.